Hey everyone, Jordan here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Series 330 mid-tower case by Thermaltake. I did previously look at the Series 300 and the 330 retains the same features but now adds support for rear connect motherboards. So in this video we're going to be mainly focusing on the rear connect aspects and also the temperatures, but if you do want to see a detailed look around the case then please check out the Series 300 video as I go through all of the features there. But to quickly cover a few of the key ones, it comes in a few different colours. It supports a 280mm AO in the roof and a 360 AO in the front. It's got loads of airflow, 55% of the panels are perforated and filtered. It comes with two pre-installed 140mm RGB fans in the front with 3-pin addressable RGB, and then one rear non-RGB 140mm fan, both of which models go up to 1500 RPM. You've also got the option to vertical mount your GPU with the included brackets, and all you need is the riser cable, which saves you some of the cost. Now, as you can see, I've got the Snow Edition here for the 330, but you can also get it in black, hydrangea blue and matcha at the time of filming. So inside the case I've installed the Project Zero motherboard from MSI for an idea of how this will look. I've also got some sticks of Crucial overclocking DDR5 in there as well to match the case. It's pretty simple to fit. There's also some grommets on the side should you not be using a reverse connect motherboard. These also colour match to the inside as well, something that I love to see. The cables are also matched as well, you can just see them there coming from the top I/O. Now the concern that I have for rear connect support and cases isn't like the cutouts or anything, they're all fairly standard, but the space that we have on the back of the case, given that we have a standard amount of cable management space, the connectors have got some potential for squishage. So taking this side off, you will see that I've had the 8-pin EPS connectors, 24-pin, USB 3 and USB-C headers connected the whole time. Very relieved to see this, as the USB connectors can be some of the stiffest cables that you'll find in the case, but thankfully Thermaltake have used these nice soft ones which allow a 90-degree bend without any stress. Now personally, if I was going to use this board and case combo for a long time, then I'd get some right angle adapters to take off the pressure on the end of the connector, as it's quite hard to change this bit rather than the connector out. I usually run my PC into the ground, so if you're like me, then talking multiple years of use before you change it, then I'd certainly get some adapters to be on the safe side. Now I've not connected every connector to this board, but I will be using this in the build soon, so if you want to see that then get subscribed and ding the bell so you don't miss when that goes live. And also, before I put the Project Zero board in this case, I did thermal test it with my usual test setup. That's the Ryzen 7 5800X3D. All of the fans in this case, no pun intended, are set to full speed, so 1500 RPM, as that's their maximum RPM anyway. And then I have some fans on Noctua that are set with fan speed reducers to keep them as close to 1500 RPM as I can as well. I keep that setup the same for all the cases that I test to try and reduce the variables, but with the Series 330 I saw a high temperature of 83.9. Removing the ambient temperature leaves a delta of 58.6, putting it in the top third of cases. I feel a very good result. The fans in this case can be quite loud at full speed, but they do move a lot of air. Most people aren't going to be running them at full speed all the time anyway though, so nothing really to worry about there. Building in this case has been very simple. I would recommend that you put your EPS connectors into the motherboard first. If you're using a standard board, obviously for rear connectors, very simple. But if you're going to use even an air cooler, it can be quite tricky to get your hands in there after. So certainly recommend doing that first. Now the Series 330 is going to be selling for about $10 to $15 more than the 300, which I think is a great price for the additional support. Obviously don't forget you can use a standard motherboard in this. Maybe you're going to get this case and then get a reverse connect motherboard somewhere down the line. That's a scenario that will work perfectly, something you can always do. I think that'll be quite enjoyable as a little build upgrade process as well. Now for the price, I think this is a cracking little case. It actually feels a little bit more premium than the 300 as well, so a nice little bonus there as well. I would like to have some RGB on the rear fan. That's the only real complaint I have, as I'm a little bit OCD with things matching. But yeah, it is, like I said, a cracker of a case. It's the only one that I've actually seen include a little speaker in the box as well, which is a nice little thing for troubleshooting. So of course, if you've got any more questions about the 330, then please leave them down in the comments box and I'll get back to you. I'll leave the links for this in the description if you want to pick one up. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to Thermaltake Ceres out for me to look at, and I'll see you all in the next one.